because we was right there next to him. So that's why I got 10, 12 songs with Mac Dre, because I was with him every day. And if you can count the number, probably the biggest artist Dre ever had on a song, he got a song with Too Short.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it wasn't because that he didn't fuck with everybody. There's plenty of rappers that he would have did songs with, but because of the way the game was designed, he never got a chance to work with those artists. Because, like I said, you couldn't just call it. Nigga say, hey, bro, I'm going to sing you this beat. Do this verse and send it back.
Shit was different.
Nah, it was different. You had to be in the studio with. So Dre had his niggas on his songs.
Right.
He didn't fuck with everybody. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here holler they fuck with Mac Dre.
Right, they wasn't even around.
Dre didn't fuck with them
How old was you when you met Dre?
I met Dre, I was 16 when Dre around. Dre came to our neighborhood. He came to the crash. Ronnie Wags and EB, and the Cuddies. They really started this romper room shit, and they went to Hogan High at the high school.
You went to Hogan?
No, I went to Vallejo High.
Okay.
They went to Hogan. Dre went to Hogan. So they got close to Dre at the high school, and they brought Dre to the ghetto. Dre was a funny nigga, cool nigga. So they brought Dre to the ghetto as kids, young, like around 16, and really vibe. You know, Dre really vibed with the Cuddies. Like he was like, yeah, this is where I need to be. And so when they brought Dre to the hood, you know, he fit right in. Everybody accepted him. Everybody loved him. He tapped right in with everybody, and he just really became one of us. Like period. That's just what it was. So we was about 16, school, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere around there.
By that time, you was already like real serious with rapping.
No, I knew how to rap, but I wasn't serious with rapping. No, Dre was serious. That's why we got behind Dre. Dre took the rap game serious. I took the streets serious.
Right.
I was really in the streets. Like I sold dope. I knew that I could make $500 a day selling dope as a teenager.
It was guaranteed.
So that was my focus.
Would you say that what made you stop you hitting the banks, or are you still doing both?
Yeah, actually, bank money just was so much faster. Like I would sell dope, and that was what I did. That was the hood. I get up, I had the sack, I just knew. But when I started hitting licks, the bank money, it went from having a couple thousand, 2,000, 3,000. As a kid, you felt like you was balling, but you hit a bank and you come back and you split 30,000. You and one other person, you sitting on 15 bands this week, and then 2-3 days later you hit another lick, and now you got another 15, 20, and y'all split. Them numbers start adding up different.
That's a different bracket.
You get lazy about a lot of shit. Like at first, when I first hit my lick, that's the first thing I did. I went and bought hella dope. I was like, oh shit, this song. I went and bought hella dope. And I was like, well, what the fuck? That's backwards. I just went and robbed this bank. Spent the bank money to buy some dope. Now that's a double risk to get. So I was like, man, fuck it. I'm finna go all in with this robbery shit. So I had turned into this is what I do.
Career.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I get up when I want to, go to sleep when I want to, and if I need some money, I know right where to go get it.
Come on.
So that became, and I was a kid. Like I said, it was like shit. It was an adrenaline rush. It was a challenge.
Kind of like that same adrenaline rush when you got when you was fighting when you was a little nigga.
Yeah, but it was a challenge.
Just like even Kilo Kurt said it, you guys were actually living the rap, so it was even actually, it made it more authentic, than what a lot of people are putting out right now. It's just basically a bunch of bullshit,
Yeah, say anything, first thing come to mind, off the top of their head. Yeah, it was definitely it was a different time, different life.
How old were you when you first made song? Well, what was the first song you made with Dre? Do you remember?
The first song I made with Dre was it's actually on me and Dre, the Dre Diggs album. It's called Romped Out.
Okay.
It was called Romped Out, and it was a song when I got out the feds. Dre had already 5 years. I had to do 10. He did 5 years, so he was already out. He was back on his shit. He had shit out. So I had just came home, and when I first came home, he came and got me from the halfway house. We went to Hot August night immediately.
It was lit.
The same day I got released from the halfway house was the first night of Hot August night of that year, 2001. And so he picked me up from the halfway house, and we went straight to Hot August Night. Crazy. That's when I realized how big Dre had gotten. Because prior to that, Dre had never did but one show that was halfway big, and that was the Fresno show. We went to jail, so I get out, and I go to Hot August Night with Dre. I just get out of prison, and we walking down the street, and everybody's, Mac Dre, oh my God, that's Mac Dre. And I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking around, these is white kids,
Right.
Mexicans.
How you niggas know Dre?
I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? We from the crash, you know, when we went to prison, Dre had a little buzz, and it was just from tapes.
Right.
It wasn't that big. So here it is. I come home 10 years later, and I'm walking down the street with him, and all these young kids just, oh my God, that's Mac Dre. Oh, Mac Dre, Mac Dre. Wow.
That blew your mind up.
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
hey, you a rapper. He like, yeah, this shit different. He like, hey, we fucking with it. So when I seen that automatically changed my passion. I'm like, okay, this is what we doing then. Because at first I come on like, we just did 10 years in prison. Like, what we doing? What's the move? How we gonna get on? Get us some dope. We back hitting licks. What we doing? What we gonna do? So when I got home and I seen that he was really Mac Dre the rapper, I fell in line. I'm gonna play my part. You do this rap shit. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do to keep us on our game too. So I just fell in line, you know what I mean? I fell in line. I watched him and took his advice on the rap game, you know what I mean? He would tell me what to do with the music because I wanted to do music too. So he would give me advice on the rap shit. And of course, you know, he was my big homie on the rap shit. I was his big homie on the street shit. So, and that's what it came down to. Like we was friends. Like he wasn't my boss. None of that shit. Like that was the head of the romper. He was not the head of the romper room crew and none of that shit. We didn't rock like that. You feel me? He was the cutty. He was the most popular member in the romper room crew, but he was not the head of the romper room crew. We was all a crew. We ran together.
Sure.
We ate together. We did all the shit. I would argue with Dre just as quick as I would argue with Kilo, and Dre didn't get the last word. I didn't get the last word. It was whoever.
I was like brothers.
We were brothers. That's a lot of people had got that misperception that oh yeah, he was the boss or he was y'all. No, that's not what he was. He was our friend, and we rocked out together and we looked out for each other. Our job was to make sure he stayed out of trouble and stayed on his rap shit to get us to the top. Right. And then I dropped the ball when we caught the case because it really was my fault. The foreman was the nigga that I fucked with who got us all caught up. So
who got y'all caught up?
It's a foreman named Corey Dunn. He was a car thief, nigga. So when that happened, you know, of course I'm gonna feel bad. Dre had a deal on the table. Dre could have signed with Child Records, but then he catch a case with his homeboys, which is me. And he had a choice. They got at him like, bro, you know, just tell us that Kilo and Diggs was robbing the banks. We already know it.
Right.
But we need you to go ahead and seal the deal. You go on home, do your deal, shit, and all that shit. He had a choice. He could have did it. He could have right then. He could have said, okay, come on, man, give me the paper. Let me sign. Get me out of here. But he didn't. He stayed solid. He went to trial. He stayed on trial. We sat just like this, through a full trial. And him knowing that he never robbed nothing, knowing that he never was a part of nothing, robbing nothing. But his only crime was these two dudes is your homeboys and you know that they rob shit. There's different times you know that they rob shit and you didn't inform the police officer. It's called conspiracy. So Dre was convicted of conspiracy to commit armed bank robbery when they knew that he wasn't going to rob a bank. They just knew that he knew that his homeboys robbed banks.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I go so hard for Dre. People be like, man, you go hella hard for Dre. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't even understand the story.
Right.
He gave his life up for me when he had a solidified career. And he could have easily said, you know what? Them niggas was finna rob their bank. Y'all know that. Y'all see the surveillance. I was in the car. I don't got time for this shit. Do what y'all gonna do, but let me go. He could have did that easy. Of course, he wouldn't have got away with that shit like that. Yeah, but he could have did that shit easy. But instead he stayed real. We should talk about it after court. Cuddy, I'm staying down, bro. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. Love you niggas. We going back to our pod. I'll see y'all on the next court date. Period. So with that being said, and it's time, you can't get that kind of loyalty from a motherfucker that's finna get a ticket. The motherfucker telling the motherfucker get out of a ticket. Hey, that's your weed. You take the weed, man. I'm not taking it, man. I gotta go to work tomorrow. You know, these niggas is crazy. So, Yeah, he gave up his whole life behind his crew though, like literally,
Yeah.
literally went to federal pen, knowing that he had never ever planned a robbery, didn't have no parts of planning or nothing, just for simple his crew. So that's why Jay Diggs goes so hard for Mac Dre. That's why this shit stamped on my body. That's why I rep my nigga so hard from day one to the end of time.
Yeah.
Because I watched my nigga give up his life for me when he didn't have to.
Yeah. And that's what us as fans also, I feel like that's what makes, Mac Dre, just because everybody knows the story about behind what happened with it, and it makes him